Japan, a leading economy in Asia, is renowned for its cutting-edge technology, strong societal discipline, and the legality and openness of its sex industry. Despite this openness, though, the younger generation is experiencing a decline in relationships, with over 40% having never engaged in sexual activity with another. Therefore, the birth rate is plummeting, and businesses offering substitutes for human relationships are on the rise. So, what has led to these changes in Japan's society? Japan became a fully aging society in 2010, boasting the highest proportion of elderly individuals globally, due to longer life expectancies and an exceptionally low birth rate. It's a significant challenge that requires solutions from both the national government and local authorities. Several policies have been implemented to encourage and promote childbearing, but they've proven to be largely ineffective. In a country with a flourishing pornography industry and widespread availability of adult content, the younger generation shows indifference towards marriage and sex. Furthermore, some individuals are steering their relationships towards alternative directions and formats, which don't necessarily involve having children. Kisaburo Nakamura, a 19-year-old Japanese student, graciously invites us to his rented apartment. Despite its modest size of only 20 square meters, it is fully equipped with a bedroom, living room, kitchen and bathroom.
This home is very compact.
Yeah, it's enough size to live alone.
Ah, I see.
When he's not studying or working part-time, Kisaburo typically spends his time here. One of his favorite activities is making fruit and vegetable smoothies.
Where did you learn to make smoothie?
On the internet. So living alone, maybe wait, その不足するなんて言うんだろう shortage of so mineral.
So besides smoothie, do you also cook?
No. First I tried to make my own meal, but it's cost me, so I やめた
Why?
So I gave up.
Another of Kisaburo's leisure activities is watching videos on YouTube. Kisaburo was born and raised in Hiroshima, before moving to Tokyo to study. He shared his experiences in Hiroshima, where he frequently went fishing with his grandfather. Finding opportunities to go fishing in Tokyo has, however, proved to be difficult for him. Kisaburo often dims the lights and immerses himself in watching fishing shows on YouTube. He finds it to be a reasonable substitute for the activity he loves. As we become more familiar with each other, Kisaburo reveals that he recently broke up with his girlfriend, and that being alone is what he wants, at least until he graduates from university. He expresses his desire to enjoy university life to the full, though he admits that having a girlfriend to spend time with on Valentine's Day would be nice. Back in high school, he used to wish for one, but now that he's started working part-time, he values having money to spend on himself instead. As a result, he believes he doesn't necessarily need a girlfriend, and finds more enjoyment being alone. If such a response came from a middle-aged person who has experienced relationships over several decades, it wouldn't raise any questions. When, however, it's the response of a 19-year-old boy, an age typically characterized by raging hormones, it surprises us considerably. Yuki Sasaki, an office worker in Tokyo, is responsible for coordinating Japan-US cultural exchange programs. Given the time difference of up to 13 hours between the two countries, Flexible working hours are common practice in her job.
I think compared to regular Japanese women or regular Japanese corporate world, actually, since our organization is US based, our schedule is a little more easygoing, I would say, since sometimes we have to work over the weekends. In that case, we take a little day off, since we did not have any day off, such and such. So we do not have like, okay, we have to work Monday through Friday and Saturday, Sunday off. Something like that. We're not like, we are pretty easygoing, and then whenever we need day off, we do take day off, and when we have to work, we do. Yeah, so we try to adjust.
This, though, was nothing compared to the Japanese work culture she had experienced.
In my previous work, there weren't specific working time, but that was very, very Japanese organization. So since I was new, I could never ever say I want to leave, even though I had something going on my life. At least my boss or my senpai, I'm gonna say my senior, like someone who is working there, like, longer than me. Like, at least if she or he says something, I cannot say anything, and I had to stay in my desk. And then even though I had nothing to do, I had to pretend that I'm working.
The Japanese work culture dictates that employees never leave their desks to go home before their boss, even when their own tasks have been completed. Additionally, they often work many hours of unpaid overtime per day. Socializing late into the night with bosses and co-workers is also expected, followed by returning to work punctually the next morning. This cycle repeats continuously, like buttons being pressed repeatedly. Yuki admits that she's been single for 3 years, attributing various reasons to this. These include the demanding work culture of her previous workplace, which left her with little time to socialize with friends, as well as her unsatisfactory experiences in past relationships. The primary reason, however, is her enjoyment of living life on her own terms.
I'm just enjoying my life too much, and I just don't have any space in my head to think about having a boyfriend or being in a relationship. I guess that one of the reasons why is that I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, or how I'd like to, how I'd like to continue on my career or not, such and such. That's one of the reasons.
Gisaburo and Yuki's responses align with a survey conducted by Japan's National Institute of Population and Social Security Research, revealing that among single Japanese aged 18 to 34, more than 70% of males and over 60% of females are not in any relationship. This marks an almost twofold increase from statistics gathered 30 years ago. When the number of single people increases, businesses catering to the need for companionship and relationships become popular. An example are host clubs for women.
If you want to see more great content from all over the world, please like the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.
We visited Kabukicho, a renowned nightlife district with numerous male and female host clubs. Along the streets, towering billboards featuring handsome young men are a common sight. At first glance, one might mistake them for J-pop singers. To dispel any doubts about why Japanese people choose this service, we decide to drop into one of the host clubs for women. Upon verifying our ages as being over 20, the young host waiting nearby promptly ushers us to a table. The atmosphere here is no different from that of general nightclubs and bars, with dim lights and loud music contributing to a lively ambience. Some customers have already occupied seats and tables. Tsubasa, a member of the host club staff, is deftly preparing the lemon tea we ordered. inviting us to clink glasses while engaging in conversation in a sweet manner. He has 3 years of experience working in this profession. His customers range from university students to older women, with the majority being single women, of course. We asked Tsubasa why customers enjoy coming here. He admits that is a bit difficult to answer. There are plenty of venues like this for men easily accessible. There are, though, very few such places catering to women. Therefore, this becomes a convenient place for women to visit, not necessarily for establishing monetary relationships, but simply to enjoy a drink whenever they feel like it. Of course, each customer is different. Some come to talk about themselves, while others listen attentively and even share a laugh. In reality, most women come here simply to chat and embrace their feminine energy. Despite the language barrier, Tsubasa's gentle and friendly demeanor makes it easy to understand why these hosts are so popular among single women. For career women with their own incomes, these young hosts provide an empathetic listening ear while enjoying drinks and conversation, aiming to reduce discomforts during their time of need. They serve as supportive companions, without any obligation to each other, as are these women's wishes. Abraham Maslow, an American psychologist, proposed a theory outlining the hierarchy of human needs consisting of 5 stages. The most fundamental stage comprises physiological needs essential for survival, such as air, water, food, clothing, shelter, instincts, and sexual desires. When these basic needs are unmet, the human body simply cannot function or operate effectively. When individuals still have basic needs, but lack a desire for love and connection, they may opt for relationships with emotionless objects, such as sex dolls. Realistic sex dolls fulfill a fundamental need and have grown in popularity, becoming a thriving business. Due to the relationship-related businesses that deviate from conventional norms, continuing to operate in a grey area, however, finding such products and services can be challenging. Our meeting with this man has to be conducted secretly, to avoid detection by the security guards. It took place in a reserved meeting room in a library. The sex doll rental business owner expressed his intention from the outset to wear a mask to conceal his identity, and asked to be referred to by his stage name, Totoro. Today, Totoro presents us with 3 dolls, out of a total of 10 figures and 25 faces. When he started this business, he possessed only 7 figures and 11 faces. The majority of his clients are regulars, with service calls occurring about once a month. Over 80% of these clients are married men with wives at home. Totoro explains that the business operates on a rental basis rather than through sales. The client demographic varies significantly, with approximately 70 to 80% of clients being married. Some are concerned about the potential transmission of diseases to their partners when engaging with sex workers, while others perceive using such services as less morally burdensome. Additionally, some view opting for services from prostitutes as unhygienic due to the nature of sharing these workers with other clients. It should be noted that it is common in Japanese society for married couples to abstain from sex. The exhaustion husbands experience from office work and wives from being responsible for family members often contribute to this. Renting sex dolls to fulfill sexual needs appears to be a solution that minimizes family discord and complications. Casual customers crop up sporadically, mostly to try it out before considering a purchase for personal use. Naturally, most are single men. Cleanliness is another factor contributing to the popularity of sex dolls. Totoro mentions that the female genitals of these dolls are disposable, requiring customers to purchase replacements, after which they have the option to either keep or discard them. He provides a new one for each customer. His sex doll is unquestionably clean, especially the genitals. Initially intended as a side job, apart from his engineering career, the doll rental business has now become Totoro's primary source of income. Our doll rental session is over, yet we still harbour doubts. We travel to the outskirts of Tokyo to visit the Belladol Tokyo Sex Dolls showroom. The showroom is situated amidst residential apartments, with shelves adorned with doll heads featuring various faces. Well-assembled dolls are beautifully arranged in rows. The dolls in this showroom feature various textures and materials, with the best-selling models crafted from TPE plastic. Nearly all parts are highly flexible, providing a soft touch, reminiscent of human skin and organs. They can be stretched, retracted and posed in a variety of positions. The beautiful and sweet facial contours can be altered and customized to the owner's preference. Suzuki Shigehisa, the owner of Belladol Tokyo, explains that when ordering from a manufacturer in China, they typically purchase between 100 and 300 units, leaving them with limited time to apply intricate makeup and only allowing for standard styles. Japanese clients prefer a cuter appearance, prompting him to develop new makeup looks to match their preferences. While sex dolls have existed for decades, they haven't gained widespread acceptance in Japanese society. Recently, however, a group of doll enthusiasts has started dressing their dolls up, taking beautiful photos and sharing them on social media. This positive response is gradually increasing, especially among young and working-age buyers. Many individuals purchase them to fulfill occasional needs, while others see them as life partners. Suzuki avoids discussing personal matters with customers, so he doesn't know the exact reasons behind their purchases. From his understanding, many individuals buy dolls to serve as their virtual girlfriends or wives, even though some have spouses or children. While Suzuki doesn't believe that dolls can fully replace human companionship, he acknowledges that some individuals currently prefer being with a doll over being with a person. Sales of sex dolls continue to grow, but Suzuki considers it almost impossible for dolls to completely replace humans. On the contrary, he believes that these sex dolls may help alleviate loneliness for the increasing number of elderly individuals in Japanese society. Suzuki believes that these products will definitely evolve in the future. If artificial intelligence like Siri is integrated, they could even engage in conversation. He also addresses a significant issue in Japan, the challenge of elderly care. For seniors in nursing homes or those suffering from Alzheimer's, if the doll resembles a person aged 40 to 50 years old, it could potentially alleviate the loneliness experienced by husbands who have lost their wives. Additionally, individuals with Alzheimer's experiencing memory loss and lacking companionship could benefit from conversing with such dolls, potentially assisting in managing the symptoms of the disease. Despite the current availability of only beautiful female dolls, it is likely that these dolls will change in the future. He believes that dolls will become more beneficial to the world. Through our conversations with all of them, we discover that the likely reasons why Japan has become a less interconnected society are numerous and complex. Totoro says that in Japan, after marriage, couples rarely engage in sexual relationships. Instead, they transition into family life, which sometimes leads them to seek services like these for intimacy. Kisaburo remarks that the role of women in society is advancing to the same level as men's, resulting in greater equality. He believes that men can also pursue the same opportunities as women. He thinks that there's no issue if a man adopts a feminine appearance, such as colouring or styling his hair in a feminine way. Therefore, he thinks that having fewer children or engaging in less sexual activity is acceptable in a developed society. No matter what the reasons may be, whether it's culture, economy, social equality or technology, if the quiet and lonely atmosphere around sexuality in real life continues in Japan without improvement, it will inevitably affect Japan's economy and society. Japan is known for its strong culture, unique and distinctive characteristics. These include distinctive aspects of sexuality, which have now become significant social issues.